It is Ask the Mayor Day on Who Wants to Know. Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughan is with us to talk about all kinds of city issues, to answer your questions as well. What we want you to do is send your questions in now, and you do that by text. So all you have to do is text in 336-379-5775. Your questions are all anonymous, and we're going to answer them live right here on TV. This is what we do when we do Ask the Mayor. All right, let's first start out with the state of the city. And when we're talking about the economy, we kind of have like a snapshot of the economy.
And it is very exciting. We had a great year. We had $10.8 billion worth of investment that came through economic incentives in the chamber. This does not include organic growth, but here is a couple of the companies that have invested in the city of Greensboro. And what's really important about this is the jobs they're going to bring. Toyota just had a big hiring event. They had a couple hundred people show up. And the goal of these hiring events are to hire people right here from Guilford County. I had an opportunity to speak at Western Guilford High School yesterday and to talk to them about jobs that are coming. And not everybody is going to go to college. There are some people who are going to take a trade route. And it was really important for them to know that these jobs are here and available for them.
And maybe not four-year college, but two-year college, community college, where they're going to get that specific education that they need to go work at that Toyota plant.
It is. There is customized training for Toyota and Boom and others. It's free. GTCC has the FAME Academy, and those are jobs really focused on Toyota, and they can come out of this academy and get jobs making $60,000 a year. I wish I had that opportunity. I wish my kids had that opportunity.
And every time we talk to anybody like at Guilford Works or anything like that, they said even people who are willing to make the transition can also do that as well.
Yes, yes. So this is really good news for the city of Greensboro. It's going to raise our standard of living. It's going to raise the per capita income.
All right, let's talk about something else. Let's talk about public safety. This has been on, I think every single time that we've talked about public safety, because this is what you hear about. You hear about the headlines, you read about it, that kind of thing, and you hear about crime in the area and what's being done and things of that nature.
We do, and in November we had a report out from the chief of police on what the statistics look like. And you know, unfortunately, while we're breaking records in economic development, we're also breaking records when it comes to homicide. He did break that down a little bit, and 26% of the homicides as of the middle of November were domestic in nature, and that is really sad when it's family homicides. Another 51% were people who knew each other. So 76% of the homicides at that date, people knew each other. It was not random. There's another 11% where they haven't really determined who the perpetrator was. So, you know, the point of that is it's not random. There's not a lot of randomness out there. And when we look at other statistics, when, you know, it's shooting an occupied dwelling, aggressive assaults, those are all on par for last year. Those have not gone up. And last year they were down over 2 years. So the one that makes the headlines, and it should, are the homicides, and those were the ones that we were focused on.
And there are several different ways to look at it. One way, of course, is to look at it that it's not random, and so the community as a whole maybe feels a little bit safer with that. But then the other thing is that we have some issues domestic violence wise that we need to address citywide.
We absolutely do, and we have great resources. The Family Justice Center, Piedmont Family Services, they are certainly engaged when it comes to those domestic violence issues. And if you know somebody that is in a relationship that's giving them challenges, really encourage them to reach out for help so they don't become a statistic.
And it doesn't mean that there has to be domestic violence like shown right then and there. It doesn't mean you're going to get somebody in trouble. It means that you're talking to people to figure out if there are red flags and what needs to happen.
And that's so people don't get in trouble, so that they can work with the individual and the families for a better outcome.
All right, let's tackle homelessness right now, because Greensboro, we had set up some of those homes so that folks
the pallet shelters,
the pallet shelters,
yep,
so
the
people
doorway
could have
project.
a place. But there's also another initiative going on. It's called coordinated entry.
So, and that is something that we've had for a number of years. People, you know, if they know somebody who is homeless or they have the potential to be homeless, we do want people to reach out and get help. And so the way to do it is through this coordinated entry. And there is a number up there on your screen, 336-553-2716, where you can call to get services. And we do encourage people to really go through this coordinated entry. It is a one-stop shop, and they can get people the services that they need. High Point, they also have access points, and so does the city of Greensboro.
Okay, and so that is to make it a little bit easier. So if people say, I met somebody, they need some help and they need some help now, that is where it starts.
This is the number to give them to get those services. And that is, you know, the county has started a homeless task force, and this is where the county, the city of Greensboro, and the city of High Point, that we're working together, but we want people to come through this coordinated intake number.
Okay. All right, so we want to take your questions when we come back, 336-379-5775. I also want to know about the trolley. What's going on with that? We're going to see what she has to say about that coming up.
Yes.